because they are so important for our society, for our economy, for our future.
But why isn't it already happening? Why haven't e-cars caught on? Why aren't people even more environmentally aware than what they've become?
Elon Musk has confirmed Tesla will build the Model 2, or the affordable electric vehicle, which they are going to use some brand new manufacturing techniques to manufacture. They will build that in Germany.
Well, we have two major issues with electric vehicles. The first one is a lack of availability of affordable cars with a certain range. And the second one is a lack of infrastructure.
And that's what we saw in the report there.
Yeah.
In fact, if you think about it, it kind of makes even more sense to build it in Germany than it does in Mexico. Of course, Tesla still are building this in Mexico. It doesn't mean they're cancelling their plans for Mexico. However, they're adding Germany to the locations where they'll build the Model 2. What is the price?
Europe just handed America's auto industry a $1.5 trillion problem, and Tesla's stock is dropping faster than my phone when I see my ex calling. But this isn't just about cars. It's about a global power shift happening right under our noses. In the next few minutes, I'll break down how Germany, France, and Denmark coordinated their attack on U.S. electric vehicles, why Ukraine's $500 billion mineral deal could have prevented this disaster, and how one White House spokesperson's epic gaffes turned an international incident into a complete dumpster fire. Trust me. By the end, you'll understand why your next car might be European whether you like it or not. Breaking news. Jingle plays. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special report. Tesla has filed for bankruptcy. I'm your anchor, totally not making this up news guy. We've got exclusive coverage on how European countries are teaming up like the Avengers.
Especially charging stations. We have 6,500 charging stations in Germany, but we have 120 to 150 million parking spots. So there's a really, well, you see, we need to invest a lot of money, billions and billions of euro to get these infrastructure we need.
Price, it's actually slightly different because it's 25,000 euros. That means 26,800 US dollars if you do the exchange rate. Now, the truth is here, guys, Tesla are not the only company that are going to build a car at this price.
When I see an example, like in that report, of a PR guy giving our guys the wrong cable to recharge their car, I get the idea that these guys aren't serious about e-mobility.
Or Europeans, because there's been a number of other manufacturers in Europe reveal recently their plans, even including the Volkswagen Group, to have an affordable electric car. Will they build them in Germany? Well, I don't know. That's what they say they'll do.
If the Avengers suddenly developed a deep hatred for American cars. Let's go live to our expert analyst Dr. Obvious in the studio. Camera cuts to comedian wearing glasses so thick they magnify their eyes to cartoon proportions, and a suit with shoulders that could land a helicopter. Thanks, not real anchor person. What we're seeing here is nothing short of an economic ambush. France, Germany, and Denmark didn't just throw shade at American automakers. They built a whole economic eclipse. Tesla's sales in Denmark dropped a jaw-dropping 65.6% after they jacked up tariffs on Tesla's premium models. That's not a dip, folks. That's a cliff dive without a parachute. The French, always stylish even when destroying competition, pulled what might be the sneakiest move in economic warfare. Their two-pronged strategy is nothing short of diabolical, slashing subsidies for traditional vehicles while pumping extra euros into their domestic brands like Stellantis and Renault. It's like inviting someone to dinner but making them pay while your family eats for free. This subsidy switcheroo created the perfect anti-Tesla bubble in the French market, and Elon isn't tweeting jokes about this one. Meanwhile, Germany wasn't about to let France have all the fun. They've joined this European electric vehicle initiative alongside France and Denmark, which sounds like the most boring committee meeting ever, but is actually their master plan to reshape the global EV market and push American brands right off the charging station. Cut to mock interview with comedian in lederhosen and fake mustache. Yeah, we are very sad about this. Exaggerated wink at camera. Very, very sad. The Germans never enjoy seeing American companies struggle. Another wink. Never. Stock ticker shows Tesla shares in freefall while sad violin music plays, gradually morphing into aggressive German techno. Let's not forget our flashback to that Trump rally, where he brilliantly explained the real culprit. Clip plays. They're killing all the birds, no cars. It's simple, folks. Meanwhile, White House spokesperson Caroline Leavitt nodded so enthusiastically her head nearly detached. What we're witnessing is a perfect European storm.
Because they invested a lot of money in internal combustion engine, especially in the diesel engine, and they have not really invested in electric mobility. So they will lose a lot of money. They are really panicking about their investments and about the stakeholder value.
More likely Eastern Europe, but anyhow. What batteries is this new Model 2 likely to have? What form factor will it have? My guess here, guys, is the new lithium iron phosphate batteries.
So that could be maybe the reason why they don't invest in electric mobility and also not to be able to bring really electric vehicles to the market.
From CATL, the current batteries Tesla are using will be obsolete. The truth is here that the Model Y in Germany, it doesn't use CATL batteries anymore. People think it does, it doesn't. It now uses BYD's Blade battery.
Higher tariffs plus domestic subsidies plus coordinated policy equals America's $1.53 trillion auto industry problem. It's like watching three countries play economic chess while America is still figuring out how to set up the board. While Europe executes its master plan with precision, America's response team includes someone who might actually believe cars were invented during the Revolutionary War. What happens when the person defending American interests against Europe can't tell France from Florida or the Constitution from a cocktail napkin? I'll tell you what happens. A diplomatic disaster that makes our European trade problems look like a fun family picnic. Caroline Leavitt, the White House spokesperson, seems determined to make things worse with every press conference. When reporters asked her about European tariffs hurting American automakers, she boldly claimed all U.S. automakers support our policies, a statement so wrong that the American Automotive Policy Council immediately released a statement saying, "No, actually, we don't." It's like watching someone confidently announce the Earth is flat while standing on the International Space Station. But wait, there's more. Leavitt's greatest hits include her claim that judges can't block the president if he violates the Constitution, because apparently she thinks the Constitution is more like a suggestion box than the supreme law of the land. She also managed to mangle basic American history by weirdly phrasing France's role in the American Revolution, making it sound like George Washington was just some French guy's sidekick. And let's not forget her bizarre claim about grocery prices falling.
The German car manufacturers have a lot of influence on politicians in Germany, and when you're thinking about the incentive program by the federal government, you see that they are not really...
And the Blade battery actually gives it better charging performance. It charges faster using BYD's Blade battery and apparently gets a tiny bit more range than the CATL version. However, good chance that BYD has version 2 of their Blade battery.
Interested in making electric mobility a success.
We'll get back to that in a moment, Martin, to compare Germany with some of the other key e-markets, e-car markets. But first of all, let's take a quick look at the numbers.
So by the time this new Model 2 is revealed, both CATL and BYD will be mass manufacturing version 2 LFP batteries. It's not really version 2, it's probably more like version 6.
Which made everyone who's bought milk recently wonder if she shops at some secret White House discount store. Cut to mock interview with European diplomat with thick accent. "We were going to negotiate seriously with America, but then we heard your spokesperson doesn't know what century the American Revolution happened in. How can we discuss tariffs with someone who thinks Benjamin Franklin invented electricity last Tuesday?" Show fake news graphic. Breaking. White House claims Elon Musk invented cars in 1776, with Leavitt nodding confidently in the background. This constant stream of misinformation isn't just embarrassing, it's actively sabotaging America's ability to negotiate with Europe. How can you bargain effectively when your spokesperson keeps accidentally declaring war on Portugal? It's diplomatic malpractice that's making our international standing weaker than gas station coffee. Let's hear from Texas congressional candidate Isaiah Martin. This isn't just about cars, it's about a system that stopped working for regular Americans. When our representatives can't even get basic facts right, how can they protect American jobs and industries? And we're back with one last update. Our producers are telling me Tesla isn't actually bankrupt. Not yet anyway. But here's what's really happening. The American auto market is getting squeezed out while European and Chinese competitors take over. Look at the numbers. Tesla, Ford, and GM are watching their revenue sink faster than Trump's chances at winning a spelling bee. Meanwhile, US factories are sitting idle while our government has no plan whatsoever. Cool strategy, guys. Yeah, this isn't just about cars. It's about America losing its competitive edge because we can't get our act together with a real EV strategy. Maybe try diplomacy instead of whatever this is.